pee, man. Fucking hell. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. So good to have you guys. Happy Monday. It's August today. It's a new month, new start, new plan. We'll see how it goes. Shout out to all you guys. We've got Rack here, we've got Bastion, Gnome Wolf, Kyle, we've got Can. What's going on, brother? You guys are all good? So yesterday night I did the weekly open a little bit later than usual. So I thought, alright, fuck it. It is what it is. So we're going to do the BTC View, and we're going to do the Ethereum View, mark out some plans. I'm going to be a bit more careful as well, because it is, like, I've stressed about it at the beginning of last month, and I'm going to stress about it again. It is the monthly open, so do take your time when you're taking trades. Don't get too comfortable with longs, don't get too comfortable with shorts just yet, alright? Let the week play out. We play intra-week, we play intra-day, we play what the market is showing us. We're gonna do a bit of an analysis in terms of, okay, what is the current market is at, X, Y, and Z, looking for a range, you know, and whatnot, and playing off that as well, seeing the finer details as well. When it comes to monthly open, it is a tricky play, mainly because we don't know which direction it's going to go just yet. All right, we can actually do a top-down analysis, and on the monthly, I did the outlook as well. It does look good, but obviously we need to work out, okay, are we going to pull back and then have the levels for the monthly open find resistance for a little bit, and then break above or break below, whichever side it wants to take, and then we'll have a decision. Okay, so that's the expansive move. All right, so take it a little bit easier. I haven't taken any trades over since Saturday actually. So I was looking for a short on BTC. We did a spike up. I didn't enter in with a good. I didn't have a good trigger, to be honest, originally. So I was like, not a good trigger, a good entry. So I didn't enter in. I'm like, okay, maybe a little spike up. And I missed it. I missed the trade. It is what it is, but that's what it is. Sometimes you get the trade, sometimes you don't get the trade, and sometimes it sucks. It sucks when you don't get the trade. I ain't gonna lie to you, but you know, like that's the thing is we'll find out which scraps is which scrap we can take out, and we just take it out. So we got Carl, we got Jumper, we got Right Way, we got Vivian. What's going on? Retest weekend range and go lower will be good. You know what? Let's have a look at BTC then. Let's just bring this up and see what's going on with BTC. All right, so BTC, right? I mean, if you look at it on off a daily point of view, right, it looks quite good. I mean, like, well, let's start from the monthly, and we'll work our way down, right? We're just gonna quickly have a quick brief, right, and we can see what's going on. Monthly wise, I mean, it looks quite decent, right? We finally got a green candle after 3 months of down move, similarly to what's happened previously, which has happened twice in a row. I mean, if you look here, just looking at the BTC, you got 3 months down candle, then 2 months up. 3 months down candle, then 2 months up. Then we have 1 month, then bang. Okay, but is this the second month? The second month to go up and then bang and then like bang down, because we're in a bear market. We know that. What we'll do before, well, we'll look at BTC, and then I'm going to talk about, like, I've been meaning to talk about to you guys about using the Dow, the Nasdaq, and using the S&P together to form like a really good bias. It's one way for complementary trade as well, to, you know, see what the market's doing. It's a bit of a secret little technique there, because we're early on the stage in terms of crypto in the channel. It's like I got 1.4k followers or something like that. Once I hit like 4 or 5k, I'm not sharing this. This is between us, right? This is for like you guys are the originals in it. So I'm gonna respect you guys, and I am gonna show you guys how and what I do. Okay, just to get like more of a swing trade, and then we can look at swing trades as a massive impact, right? Like a heavy blow. So, like, for example, like, you know this high here. Once we got below this high, I mean, how many of us actually shorted this high from there to there? I'll be honest with you, I didn't have a swing trade. I was day trading here and there, but definitely not a swing trade. Okay. Then again, from once we lost this, well, once we come to this high here, when we come to the monthly the yearly open over here, this area, how many of us did the swing trade all the way over here? Not many of us, obviously. So what we're going to do again is looking for another key level, right, where we can come to, for example, which is very possible. I mean, look, I know we're like this level here, right, which is about 28.6k, right? It's about, yeah, this says 28k. No, that's not right. That's the wrong level. That's a very wrong level. What the fuck am I doing? It's this level here. It's this level here, right? That's a key level, and smack it down. So if we come back up, we're gonna smack it back down, and we'll ride those 3 months, have a massive swing trade. And within the swing trade itself, we're just going to compound the fuck out of it. And I'm telling you, if it comes to 28k and we're shorting for 28k with a stop loss at 30k, for example, that's a 2k risk, and we're going to 10k. I'm just okay. Let's say go to 12k. That's what 12 minus 28 minus 12 is 14. 14 thingy. That's a 7-hour trade. It's a 7-hour trade, and we're gonna compound that fuck out of it. If it's like the next 2-3 months, right, to like 20R, 30R, 40R, something crazy. So if you got like $1,000 account, trust me, we're gonna blow the motherfucker out of this. That's the great thing about bear market. And the same thing is bull market. It's the same thing. You play it up and down. That's what it is. So thank you, Kyle. Smash up the likes, and let's get cracking as well. So that's what we're looking for, right? So this key levels is the main point of here of resistance, in my opinion. Reason why, you know, if you look at it, this chart doesn't really show it very well, isn't it? Should do. 1 second. Give me a second, guys. What the fuck's going on? Right. Oh, that's why. Okay. So this chart, yeah. So if you look here, this is a key level. That's like and this is also a key level, right? So these two lines, what are they? Okay, that was 2021's yearly open, and this level here is the quarterly first range. So that's the range low, right? And this is range high on a macro view. Okay, you can see it. I talked about it a few times. We got deviation of the monthly, deviation from that support, we shank down. Question is, do we come back here for a retest to blow back, to blow back down, or is this a deviation of the range and we hold back up? We don't fucking know, but we do know one thing: it's a bear market. So we have the consensus that we're going for the lower high. Reason why: we got the high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Fucking let's send this back down to 10, 12k, whatever the fucking number is, and we'll write this down really, really fucking hard. Trust me. I'm going to compound the shit out of it, and it will come to another lesson, education point of view of how to compound, what you can do to compound. So like a lot of my trades that I do, let's just say like if I day trade and I get like a 2-hour, like it's a day trade is a 2-hour trade, I'll try and squeeze out a 3-4 hour kind of thing. I'll try and squeeze it out, and how would you do that? It's a lot complex. It's not so complex, but it's a lot more of a technical skill, and it requires a lot of practice. But we'll get through that. That's not a problem, man. What's going on, Ferb? Good morning. It is a fucking Monday, man. Fucking hell. You know what? This is Monday, when I'm the first cigarette of the day, of the month, really. That's a lie. I smoked last night. What the fuck am I talking about? So looking at this, right? That's the monthly. Monthly looks decent, right? I mean, we're showing like a bullish month. Question is, where did it come off? Where did it come off support? It came off support. This literally previous all-time high, hold support, which means that we're now trapped between here to here. That's all we're trapped in, right? Between this level there to this level here. And that's all we're going to play. That's all we're going to focus on. Our initial targets will have to be this area here, 26.8k, that low there. And then from there, we play level to level, okay? So whether it reclaims and carries on, or whether it breaks down, we don't fucking know, right? We don't care. We don't give a shit. We're traders. As a trader, you need to remove sentiment of being a bull or being a bear. I think it's really, really important that you actually just stick on playing what the chart is showing, okay? Could this be a lower high? The right way? I believe it's going to be the lower high. I do believe so as well. If you think about it, man, fucking what's it? FOMC came out really bad, and the market's pushing up, which is just doing for a squeeze. You can tell it's a squeeze. It's just tricking people. We talked about yields yesterday. If you guys remember, we talked about yields. Yields was like is what the U.S. Treasury, what the government pays in interest and percentage. It dictates like the interest, it dictates the commodities, it dictates a lot of things, right? And the higher the yield, right? If yield is going up, that means the risk on, right? Which means that people are more happy. The investors are willing to actually go into the stocks. As the yields start to drop, right, the bonds start to drop, what tends to happen is the investors start to pull out profits. So we looked at the US 10 that was breaking down. The US 20 was actually in the 20-year so the 10-year yield was breaking down. The 2-year yield was in the block, right? So it needs to break down for it to confirm. And then you got the 20-year yield again. It's looking in a block as well. So it's a bit of a mismatch. Just the 10-year yield is the only thing that's breaking down. So we're just going to be a bit more careful about it as well, and be more assertive. As the next few days, few weeks will come out, then it'll be a lot more certain as well. So if you guys missed that, you check it out yesterday. It's on it's on the playlist of Denk's Corner. It's episode 10. And it's literally a chapter. It's at the very beginning. It's called Education for How to Use Yield and What is Yield. Something like that. I think it's what is yield. Okay. Mt. Gox Bitcoin are also coming in next week. What do you mean, brother? What's this about? I'm missing something, bro. Like, what are you saying, Matt? Right way. Explain to me. So that's the thingy, the monthly, weekly. I mean, it's bullish, right? I mean, like this is a key level, right? This area is a key level already. We know. You can see resistance, smashed above it, tested it. Do we come back for one more test and hold above it and go up higher, go into this area, then 28, to the 28.6k, or does it come back into this and start breaking down and back into this range over here? So that's what we need to look at for. So we do know there's certain levels we have coming into the monthly open. 137k Bitcoin supplies locked with Mt. Gox. Okay. 137,000. Fucking hell. And when's that thingy being released? When's that? It'll be released next week. That's not too good. 137. How much is that in terms of pounds? And pounds and dollars. Let's have a look. Coin raise. No, not coin raise. Calculator. 137,000. Times what? Was it 23,000? 3.1 billion. It's a lot there. That's dangerous. That is. That's dangerous if it gets locked. If it's unlocked next week. Yeah, please do send it and I'll have a look at it. And I like to share it as well. Shout out to Right Way as well for this. And Carl's heard about this too. I haven't even checked it out. Let me have a look at this. Let me look on Twitter. What's going on? Because we should have something at least. Type in Mt. Gox. So many falling for another small pump. I think it's time to move. Mt. Gox is calling. We'll release of 3 billion Bitcoin from Mt. Gox because market bottom in August. Be careful during this rally. Farm is so real. Next FOMC is in about 50 days away. Yeah, we know that. Mt. Gox starts repayment. BTC in August. September half is already bad month. Ugh. It was a good month last month for August. So August is sentimentally, it's not too bad. It's a 50-50 really. If you look at thingy, what you call it? Let's have a look. Bitcoin yearly chart images. Let's have a look. Not the yearly chart. It's the yearly table. What's that? Oh, how do I find it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that Bitcoin fucking gains. Ah, here it is. I think that's it. There we go. Historical performance. Zoom in. Yeah, I think this is probably the best I can do. No, I don't want to join you exclusive thingy. Fuck that. So we're looking August, right? August is right here. I mean, after the last 8 years, 1, 2, yeah, technically. Actually, that's wrong because it's 2020, 2021. Historical month performance. Should have actually found this first. Historical monthly performance. Do we have a latest one? 2022. There you go. Cointelegraph. This is Let me use this. Morning, Lurock. How you doing, brother? Come on, man. Stop being so slow. Alright then, let's have a look at this chart. So, can I not even zoom in? What the fuck's going on? There we go. That's it. Okay. So August wise, I mean, the last from 2017. This is 9 years worth of data. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It's a 50-50 really. So it really is a 50-50 in August as well. So we do know September's bad. So definitely September's a dump itself, right? That historically it's proven to be a dump. October has been quite good. November has been decent, and December has been decent as well. Obviously, we know November and December for last year wasn't too good. So I mean, historically, August is tricky. It's a very tricky month as well. So we just have to play it level to level, really. It literally is that. Whether it's going to go a lot more lower, whether it's going to go a lot more higher, whatever, I don't fucking know. No one fucking knows. We just got to play it level to level. So if you guys remember, before we jump into BTC, that I'm going 4 hours. This is what we're looking for, really, right? Right. This explains a lot, right? This itself, right? That and that, right? So, for example, what you do, you mark out your monthly open, and this is like the monthly candle. Mark out the monthly open, watch how it reacts. If it plays above the monthly open, the chances are we're going to lose the monthly open, and then that's it. That's your short. That's your expansive play, right? And if we do something like this, like a breakdown from the monthly open, going downwards, then it's a bad month, right? If we do something like this, if I just bring over, so that if this is the monthly open, this line here, everyone can see this, the monthly open line. Come back below it, play below it. It's not a problem. The moment we reclaim it, off we go. This is where we go. Then we know, like, okay, this is the week of the month, and we're gonna make the body of the month all the way up, and let's see how we go. So that's what we're looking for. It's a bit of a tricky one. We don't fucking know. It is so fucking messy, right? We do know one thing though. I have to say this over and over again. It is a fucking recession in US, all right? The US has already claimed that it's gonna be it's a recession. So how far does the market goes up? I don't think it goes very far, all right? So if you got any alts, you need to start looking at, like, if you're bag holding alts from 2021, maybe it's a potential start looking to cut the trade as well, like cut your losses there, whether it comes into this area here or comes into this area. I'd say cut your thingy, because like, if you've been holding it all the way through here, this is a channel itself. I mean, like, how long is this? Well, we'll talk about this in a moment. So it's literally a moment to cut the trade, because what was most likely will happen is do something like this, right? Go up, do something like this, breaks down. This is your shorting entry for a swing trade. You stop losses over here, and then you can go all the way down to 14, 12, 10k, whatever the fuck it is, right? And if you don't exit your position over here, because there's nothing wrong. Let's just say that, like, we are expecting a bear rally to come up, right? And price action comes into this area here, and you cut the trade over here, right? You cut all your alts, all your bags, everything is all cut. It's all happy days. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. But the thing is, the market decides to not do this, which is what we're planning, right? Not to do this, and he decides to do something like this, right? It goes back down, and it looks like it's breaking down, but it reclaims and comes back up. It is better to fucking to enter here, right? And rather cut over here, for example, or cut over here, and re-enter a trade to go all the way back up. It's better to do that, because how many of us is still bag holding? I'm still fucking bag holding some of these shit fucking meme coins. What a fucking big mistake I did. I listened to some dumbasses there to jump in some meme coins like Kiba and fucking MRI. Look, they make gains or whatever. I didn't take any profits, and I'm still holding it. I'm above break even, which is cool, which is all right. But it's fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I've held that for fucking months, and I want to get rid of it. I just want to get rid. I'm happy to cut it at break even. I don't give a shit about it no more, because I'm making trades over here, which is much more beneficial than fucking holding these bag shit coins. You know what I'm saying? Where he's saying, hey, there's a meme coin, I guess, and I'm oh fucking hell. ADA. You know what, ADA, we'll talk about ADA. I can chart ADA for you guys as well. So let's just do the plans and see what's going on, and then we go from there. So that's my explanation and what I'm looking for as well. I'm happier to cut the trade, like, cut all my alt bags around here or even here. It doesn't really fucking matter. Just around this area here. I'm just happy to cut the trade here. And if he does do something like this and then reclaim, fuck it. I'll enter another trade, but I'm not entering meme coins. If I'm gonna enter meme coins, I'm not putting thousands in. I put like fucking $5 grand on Kiba, $5 grand on MRI. I put fucking $5 grand on Small. I put $5 grand on a lot of shit. Do you know how shit that is? Fucking meme coins. I mean, meme coins has its moments. They do. And like, I did play some meme coins back in March. $100 there, like, $500 here and there, a couple $100 X, Y, and Z, and it was making some gains. I did make some good gains from meme coins around March and stuff like that. March and April, I'm making some good gains. So I think one of the best ones I made. I put $500 on a coin called Twelon. Twelon was a meme coin. I'm just gonna be honest with it. I put like $500 on Twelon. $500. It was like, I think it was like a 10x move, or just 12x. I know I cut it. When I cut it, it's below. It was just below 5k of gas, and then like the fucking slippage and shit like that. But I was quite happy with $500 with 5k. You know what I'm saying? So there's a moment of time and play. Did you make gains from FLOKI? Yeah, I fucking made gains from FLOKI. I made over 100x on that. I bought FLOKI at 10 million market cap. Oh, I'm just gonna chat to you guys for a little moment as well. Fuck it, let's do it. I mean, ask away your questions before we actually get going. Yeah, so I bought FLOKI at 10 million market cap, right? And I sold some at 80, a very small amount at 80 million, and that's already what 8x there. I rode it up to I think 250 million or 260 million, something like that. It was before Elon tweeted about fucking FLOKI. I sold it about like another 5% there. I sold 5% early on, 5% there, just to pay myself up in X, Y, and Z. And then it popped to 1 billion. I was like, yo, fucking up from 1 billion. That's 100x there. And then I sold about 30% again. And I was expecting we were going to go a lot more higher. And then like I sold at 1 billion and I held the rest. So I had 60% of my FLOKI. I'm still holding as well. I think I sold a bunch of it. Probably about when we came back down to about 800 million market cap, right? I sold a bunch of it. I think I'm holding about 20% of my FLOKI left as well. So I made some massive gains. So the 10k, like, kind of gave the number away. The investment I put into FLOKI paid off big time. So it was a really, really good moment there. I do think FLOKI will have its day. I do genuinely believe. I think FLOKI and Kiba will have its day as well, and MRI will have its day. These days, these guys, as long as they stay in the bear market, they will have its run. Just like Doge. Who would have thought Doge would have done what he did? No one fucking saw that come in. The moment that Elon was tweeting about Doge and shit like that, it was fucking, he pumped it by tweeting about it, right? That's the bull market for you. Sometimes in a coin, and he does a stupid amount. I think I remember calling FLOKI at 10 million market cap, and a lot of guys was like, "Bro, what the fuck's this shit?" I'm like, "Bro, trust me. I've spoken to Petabyte. I bought FLOKI before I went to Dubai. I went to Dubai, and Petabyte went to meet me, and we linked up a few times, number of times as well. And he was telling me about all these things about FLOKI. I literally got into the inside of FLOKI, and I was like, "Yo, this is fucking sick. What they're doing is mad." And I was really happy to support them as well, and they've been great to me as well. I wouldn't mind if FLOKI actually like you know what, I'm gonna get in touch with FLOKI and then see if they can. I don't know. We'll see what I can do with them. But I wouldn't mind working with them as well. I really wouldn't, because I think they are something good, and I would like to buy a big ass bag. Let's see fucking what's FLOKI saying at the moment, because we're actually talking about a bunch of shit. Why am I on all this? Why I got all this fucking bullshit open? I don't fucking know. Bitcoin seasonality, fuck that. FLOKI, let's have a look. FLOKI Inu price. What's the price of it now? Terms of market cap, 146 million. I mean, I wouldn't mind it coming back down, to be honest. I mean, it's back. If you look at it this way, right? Let's just have a look at this, right? The log say anything? No, it doesn't say shit. So what we've got here is consolidation back into the original place. Can you see that? Literally this consolidation there. I mean, if it comes back to retest it and hold above it, let's fucking, and alright then, I'll probably buy some more in this blue box. I should have bought some more. I didn't buy any. That's it. But we could, if it's bear market, we could do something like this. Come back down and lose this area here and make new lows, right? It's very, very possible in terms of FLOKI. But I mean, where would I actually step in? If I were to step in and say, you know what, this is actually now a fucking area to actually start buying, it's off this area. So you see this high over here that I highlighted, support. It's all this support, then we lose this area. So right now, I know this is really squidged up as well, sorry about that, but we're playing in this area here, okay? If we were to reclaim and hold it, fucking, I'll buy a fucking bag and let's fucking go. I mean, at least to like fucking this area here, right? This area here, and then we play from level to level. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But the volume at the moment, it's not bad though. Look at the volumes at 13 million, right? 13 million is a 24-hour volume, 146 million market cap. There's 9 billion FLOKI on the market as well. It's not too bad. I mean, most of it's already on the supply itself. FLOKI pumping after Elon tweet. Oh yeah, I guess FLOKI's his dog in it. But we'll see what FLOKI says. I'll be down to work with FLOKI. I would like to have a long-term bag, but I need to find a good position. And when I do start entering into my fucking like alts for the long-term bags and stuff like that, you will fucking know. Trust me, you'll fucking know, because trust me, I will fucking tell you guys. All right, I'm not gonna hide anything from you guys. So yeah, it is what it is. Morning, Nick. Good to have you here. What's going on? Sunny, sup, Dank. What about theta accumulation ongoing, similar to CTK, PF the breaker? You know what, Sunny? Remind me about theta, right? I'm gonna do the BTC and Ethereum breakdown X, Y, and Z, and then we're gonna fucking chat about like all these fucking coins. Who's fucking messaging me right now? Just mute this shit, man. This is fucking. I got so many people in my DMs right now, right, who actually wants to do some sort of partnership with me and whatnot. And you know what? He's like, I don't want to do partnership with everyone. I want to pick and choose what's like. If you want to do partnership, it's fine. Happy days. I'm really happy about that. But like, I want to pick and choose what's comfortable for me. But I don't know. It's too much of a headache. I've got a lot going on right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got fucking the house, the renovation to finish off as well. I want to get this done over the next 3 weeks, and I got fucking you guys to look after as well. So fuck these things. FLOKI, seriously, right, divorcing me already. Shit. Okay. Now FLOKI, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I made 100x from FLOKI, right? And overall, I think my average was about a 92x or something. Well, let's call it 90x. That's what my average was when I did sell a bunch of it. So if you think about it, like I did a 10k investment, 90x of that. You know, what can I say? But it is what it is, though. So that's FLOKI for you, innit? Right? So we'll see. Anyway, fuck it. Let's go to BTC. Let's look what's going on. So let's quickly do it again. Monthly. I need to do a chapter for this properly because we was talking about FLOKI and shit like that. Monthly wise, I mean, it's not looking too good. I mean, not looking too good. Looking all right. It's got much support over here. Smash the likes, guys. There's 43 people here, man. Big love for you guys, man. Happy Monday. You know, if you're at work, I feel fucking sorry for you, man. But like, fuck work Monday. I hope you guys actually can retire from work and then, you know, do something that you want to do, inshallah. All right. So literally, we got lower low, lower high, lower low. We're looking for the lower high. Key area to me is this area here, right? That's quarterly range. This is a macro range itself and the whole thing. It's all range bound environment. Looking for a retest, or if it's a deviation, it will step back into the range. If it's a retest, we'll sell off there. And when we do that, we'll smack this out. And I talked about we're gonna make some fucking crazy gains. So if you got a 1k account, right, we'll try and make this into like 10k, 20k shit like that. So we'll fucking thingy. Take care, thingy Barrett. Have a good day. So yeah, so that's what we look at. You missed anything? Nah, not much actually. What we talked about, you can have a quick look. We just talked about oh, you missed fucking Pirate and some guy called T-Raw. They were at it, you know. They were getting the chat was getting steamy and shit, man. It's mad, you know. T-Raw, right, trying to invite for those who don't even know what happened yesterday. So I did the market outlook. I was trying to like, you know, the fucking chat was going. I don't know what was going on, right? It was going mad. This guy called T-Raw decided to chat to Pirate and was like inviting her over to Dubai. It was mad jokes though. It was mad jokes, and I'm trying to help him out. Yeah, Pirates are fucking just hammers people up down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yesterday the stream was epic. Appreciate that. It was funny though. I had a lot of fun. Because I was like, you know what? This is the fucking T-Raw Pirate moment in it. Fucking out. I don't know. My basically the stream yesterday became Tinder. It really became Tinder. So, like, you know what? Shout out to T-Raw. He was a funny lad yesterday, and shout out to Pirate as well. Dude, it was mad. It was just mad. I gotta say. But yeah, Pirate. Like, I don't know if she went to bed thinking about T-Raw in it. And that was it. Like, I think T-Raw called her babes in it, and she's like, don't call me babes. I was like, call her hun, and I think it was SCNA. I was like, man, called her hun. Morning, motherfucking rap god. What you saying, man? Eminem's in the fucking chat. What you saying? Is it long, Pirate? Yeah, he's definitely long. He was long, you Pirate. It was a lot of fun though. I mean, but obviously, guys, just please, like, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of joke. We talk a lot of shit here. Be respectful to one another, you know what I'm saying? Let's try not to offend other people. Because at the end of the day, right, we're a family, right? We gotta look after each other. And if you guys are, you know, trying to mingle, do Tinder off my chat, off the chat itself, that's all. By all means, do your thing in it, but be respectful, alright? So alright, let's fucking talk about this now. So we talked about the monthly. Monthly is looking alright. Weekly, what's going on? Weekly wise, yeah, it's looking not too bad. In terms of range bound environment, I mean, we know that this high itself, this is the range bound environment here, and all we've done for about 4 weeks straight, consolidate, broke out. This is a retest. It's looking like we're going to come to this area, so we know as a monthly, from the monthly start, this area is going to be key, right? That's a key level, so we know that's going to be a key level. Why? Because look at this, man. Resistance. You know, all this was resistance, and we've been playing in this in consolidation for such a long time. Finally smashed above it. Retest. Do we get one more retest, and do we reclaim? I mean, look, if I were to be bullish off the weekly, right? Just off the weekly, without doing anything. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, let's go on the daily. I think the daily will make more sense. Delete this shit. So, this high here, that's the weekly range I was talking about. And you can see how this is working. This is a key SR moment here. Resistance, right? Smashed above it. Support. Come down as a deviation. Then we come back down to one more retest and hold above it. Happy days, all good. But the key level here, right? Like for me to flip bullish, right? Is this level here. We just couldn't reclaim that. Can you see that? Resistance from this high. This is like the high that's actually capping the market on the downside. I think on the upside at the moment. Resistance. We get a slight close, and that close itself, right, on the daily is not convincing at all, right? We don't get a clean smash. A clean smash would be something like this. If we get like a body candle like that, not a fucking, you know, like a unerected penis, right? We want a fucking hard on, so fucking show me this motherfucker over there. But we got something like, you know, like a peekaboo kind of thing. And these peekaboos, right, they're when you see a peekaboo, right, like this is what I call a peekaboo in it. When you see a peekaboo, fucking don't go long. It's a peekaboo, right? It's that's when you, to me, when I see peekaboos, I'm like, motherfucker, it's time to short this motherfucker. And then we start looking at the day trades and scalps to go for more of a swing trade. That's one system I actually use as well. You're going off Pirate. Take over. So, yo, Mafia, what's going on, brother? Pirate do be getting shady. Right. I don't know why Hunt came out. That shows you how old I am. I'm fucking 30, fam. You know, like if I'm saying the word Hunt, I don't. What do you? Because I'm guessing, like, how old are you guys over here, right? Like, what does the youngsters call girls now? Is it Bay or Boo? I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck is going on? I'm so old in this shit. I don't fucking know. So yeah. So when you see a peekaboo, fucking just, you know, it's time to short. So you know this high there. Once we get back below this high, break down. We've got a retest over there, and we're back into this. We're back below the SR. So now we know that this SR is now another key level off the daily, right? So we know a weekly level, we've got a daily level. So we're already working it down, right? Bay makes me cringe and I'm 34. Yeah, Bay's weird though. Thanks, said Bay. Dude. Right, wait, are you 16, fam? You should not be here, man. You're a kid. You should be in school, fam. What are you doing here? Right away. Talking about man Gox and shit. Fucking smart 16-year-old motherfucker here. I rate that though. I actually genuinely respect that a lot, like big time. To have someone as young as you to come up, you know, to learn all this shit, fucking smash it. You're doing well. Morning, Dank. How's it going, brother? Nah, man, you're never too late, man. You're always here. If you're here, man. I love that. So we're now playing in these two levels, so we're narrowing it down, right? So this is what we're doing. It's like this, especially monthly. We don't have much to talk about. So like off a monthly range or whatever, we're just trying to narrow it down as much as possible. So we know we're playing in these two areas here. Now we're just like, all right, cool. We're like, you know, we've done a retest. Do we come back up and whatnot, right? So that's what we don't know. We'll have to start working this out. If you look at 4 hours, on the 4 hours. Again, we're still working this out. The peekaboo shit. Right, let's delete this. So we know this level here is important for us. I'm just gonna put that over there. So we know this level, this high here is important for us, and we know the 2 hour. This was the peekaboo shit. You can say that's the peekaboo there, and you can clearly see that we've played in a range actually. We literally, this low here is acting as support, right? So now the question is, right? So clearly we can see this a range bound environment over here. We got a key SR over here. And we got this high here that's capping the market, right? And you also can see literally this. This to me, that level here, the moment we flip above that and reclaim this, that's my long to go up high, okay? So that's the longing scenario, but we're narrowing it down, okay? So as a monthly kind of way. Oh yeah, motherfucker, we're gonna do fucking thingy. So let me actually highlight all this shit. So then the question is, right? Do we come back? Like, look, we're coming back into this consolidation over here. A retest over here, a breakdown, we can short it back down to this level, target 1, taking out these low over here, and then seeing this, all this inefficiency to fill up, go to target 2, right? So that's what we're looking for potentially, right? So if I start drawing some lines, some ranges and shit, let's see what we got here, okay? So we got a few things here. What's causing a bit of a problem, right? We don't need this. That was Monday's, last week's Monday's high, isn't it, right? That's right here. That's Monday's, yeah. And that's the 25th. 25th. Let's see. It's gone to 1 hour. No, it's right here. So we've got a few ranges here, okay? I'm just gonna highlight this up and I'm gonna narrow this down, okay? It's gone to 15 minutes. And I wanna also mark out, and I think everyone should do this on all their charts. It's really, really important that you mark out the monthly open. Put trend line. So the monthly open was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. This is the monthly open here, 1. Right, we'll double check that. That's right. Monthly open was what? 23,296. Gone the 1 hour. 23. No, that's not right. Ah, it's definitely not right. Yeah, 23,296. That's right. Yeah, it is right. Okay, that's the monthly open. I'm gonna put this as purple so I know what's going on. I'm just gonna highlight this as text. Did you have a look at Dixie since it's an inverse trade? Yeah, I will. 100%. Don't worry about that. 100% I'll do that. So this is the monthly open now. And as you can see, the monthly open, it's a bit of a chopping block, right? It's a bit of a chopping block. We don't even know which direction we have. I mean, it's got above, it's got below it. What the fuck? I mean, like, I like us to go a lot more lower, do a retest. Once we reclaim the monthly open, happy days, we know we can go up higher, right? Because then that will be the wick of the month. And then we can say the body will start expanding on the upside. Does that make sense there? That's what I'm looking for. But it's very difficult to say what we have. We do have levels, so now that we have levels, we need to start narrowing shit down. Okay, what do we have? Is Monday? It's a new week, start of the week. Coming tomorrow, we'll have Monday's range, as most of you know how I play. And once we have Monday's range, then we can start playing a bit. Mother, yeah. Then we can start playing what we got here. All right, so that's the weekly range that we're playing in. This is the area we're going to talk about. I'm going to discuss this in just a moment there. So I just need you to bear with me just a moment when I put these fucking lines on. And then we're going to start making these day trade plans, okay? The color different. That's Monday's high. 25%. And this is mid-range. This is 25%. And we got Monday's low. The reason why I'm using last week's Monday's low is because that's my barometer. That's my key for me to understand what is going to happen. Like, you know, what we can look at. Because we have, remember, it's always a level to level trade. Looking at this, right, this range, we are stuck in this range, right? You can disagree with me, you can say whatever you want to say, but we're stuck in this fucking range, okay? What's so important about this range? Liquidity here has been taken out once, then this liquidity over here has been taken out twice, sent back down, okay? This mid-range here that you can see is key. Why? Support, deviation, support, come back down, and we smashed above it. We didn't even retest this mid-range, so this is quite a key point as well. So, like, if we're going back down from range high, I would say range high, we're targeting back to range mid-range, okay? Same time at the mid-range, we've also got last week's Monday's high. So we got a few things that can happen already, right? And now we got a level, we now can say, all right then, we've got all this information here. Now we can make a plan of how to trade and what would I be looking to make a trade. So if I start making some bullshit lines up, right? Let's make some fucking bullshit lines. Purple. Right, so, well, we know this one. Actually, let me do that. That is the monthly open, right? So we know that's the monthly open. Whatever the fuck happens, I don't fucking care. Give a shit. Who gives a shit, right? Actually, not. Okay, let me get. I want to light the purple. Do I have a light? No, I don't. Motherfucker. So that's the monthly open, right? That's where we are. We're just about break even at the moment, so we don't even fucking know. Now, if I want to enter a trade, how would I do it, right? So I've got a few things here. I want to highlight this as well. Black. So you see this high here. This high here was capping the market on the upside, and this very particularly low candle here was capping the market on the downside. Okay, so we got all these levels here. We're good. Now we can start playing what we can see. Let me just that's it. Now we can start playing what we got. If I scroll down the 15 minutes, just to recap all this stuff to you, weekly range, right, which we're capping in the market on the upside. There's like, you know, we haven't broken above it. We're in this range itself, okay? We got Monday's range over here. That's last week's Monday's range. And we got a consolidation in this area here. Okay. So now we're going to make some plans on how we're going to enter. So let's go on the 15 minutes and let's talk about what's going on. So BTC holding the golden pocket. What do you think about it? Well, that's the thing is, I mean, like the golden pocket, right? It's all good, right? If it holds it, it holds it. So, but like, it depends on what time frame you're looking at. If you're looking at the daily, right? We got all day to play, right? So we'll see how it goes on the daily itself. But on what time frame are you looking at the golden pocket? Oh, you think BTC made a lower low on 1 hour? Okay, I'm on the 15 minutes, right? We can have a look at this. So, my man saying, right away saying it's like we made a lower low, right? So obviously we know this is the low, this is the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We have broken market structure on the downside. If this low was supposed to hold, if we were to be bullish on a lower time frame, we made a low. I mean a lower low. Well, not really. The reason when we made a lower low is when we actually broke this. That's a lower low. So any pullback there is a higher high, then we come back down. So market structure's gone bearish, and you're right, 100%. He's actually picked up on something quite good. Happy days. I'm really happy that I actually picked up. Now we're gonna have to use that information to play the market as it comes. All right. Let me just try and get this order. I forgot how I did this. This is 1 hour. Never mind. Anyway. So, because we now established market structures on the downside, right? Any pull back up, if you were to come back into this area of this low, and reject, that's when I say, yeah, that's my confirmation to actually enter the trade. Well, not really. The confirmation really for me to enter a trade is once we get below the thingy. If you want to be more assertive, okay. Let me just talk about like how one might play this game, right? So a price comes back up, gets back into it. Once it breaks into the thingy, into the it gets back below this range low over here. This is when you can start entering a trade, right? This is my entry, stop loss over here, and I'll be targeting this, right, back to monthly open, right? And then once we leave the monthly open, now I can play it back down. But because we got this deviation here, we got a resistance over here, we're knowing, and we know the market has gone lower, right? So it's gone on the downside. We now understand that we're going to play the lower games. There's liquidity resting here. This is equal lows over there, and there's all this thin movement there and thin movement there. So we want to play this level to level. Now, how would I do this? Let me just draw this fucking line properly. Go across properly because this is going to go stupidly. Right, I'm just going to join this out. You guys understand what I'm talking about, right? There we go. So then price does its thing. Yeah, that's it. So price does its thing. Breaks down. Happy days. Let's go. The moment we find resistance off this monthly open, that's your confirmation, and that's when you can also compound backing down, playing it, taking out these liquidity off here. So at least target. So that'll be the next set of targets going on to last week's Monday high. From there, we'll have to see how it works, because what we've done is we've had a consolidation. Well, not really consolidation. We had a roundup, right? We've broken up and we're coming to a retest. Is this a retest? If we hold above it, happy days. We have to cut the trade, because then we're looking to go back from the mid range to this 25% of the range. But if you were to break back down into this range below the mid range, then I'd be like, all right, next set of targets, target 1, playing it smaller, target 2. And this is the area that I've been eyeing, this little area here. From there, we'll see what happens. So that's the move I want to play with as well. Nothing too complicated. I'm going to keep it short and simple, because at the end of the day, it is the monthly open. It's the start of the week, the start of the month. Just want to be a little bit more sensible in terms of how we're looking at this as well. That's the bearish play, playing it from this range here, right, from the range high to mid range, and then using last week's Monday's range from range high to range to mid range. That's all we're focusing on, and that's my trade. And this is what I've been talking about. I've been talking about 21. I think 22k. I was saying 20, whichever the area was, literally in this area. That's the shorting scenario. Okay, so and then tomorrow we'll figure out what's going to be next. Now, if I were to be bullish, right, and then say like, okay, we're gonna actually go a lot more higher, but then what can we say that, like, yeah, mother, there we go. What can we say that's going to be enough for us to look for a trade? Now, as we discussed, right, this is the range low, and this will be the range high. Okay, if we step back into this range, right, let it do its thing. The moment we step back into this range, then I'm like, you know what, enter into the trade mid range of this range here to range high, because then what it is, all this was consolidation. That was just a retest, a deviation of that range, and we're just stepping back in, playing in this level, squeezing out to this area here. If we come back up and reject off this, right, off this level here, this, let me just make this a bit more clear. If we come back up and you see this little consolidation over here, right, step back in and then break down, that's your entry to short the position. Stop loss over here, off we go, back down to 25% of the range, again with this plan over here, going back down over here. So that's the way you can play a range bound environment with a deviation in play. All right, playing both the longs and shorts. I'm not in any trades at the moment in terms of leverage or whatever. So I am looking for what is the possible scenario. So that's a pullback scenario. And I mean, look, price can do whatever the fuck it wants. I told you where the key levels are. Key levels for shorts is this level here. Breakdown, off this, off we go. That's your entry, going back down. And you can, whatever the deviation is, your stop loss will be here, for example, and we're playing it back down. Confirmation to actually step back up and play is be something like that. That will be your confirmation for longs. So this is your longs and this is your shorts. Okay, really simple, nothing too complicated. Let's keep it nice and sweet. Short burst trades, nothing too complicated. Okay, because if we are going to go lower, right, because ideally, it's like I wouldn't mind if BTC does something like this. If BTC comes back into this range, right, and start playing it all the way back down to this liquidity, fucking let's take out liquidity. We're taking out liquidity there, right, from this is the weekly range high. We're taking out liquidity. Let's take out liquidity here. And then if you want to step back in and range bound, what the fuck he wants to do, fuck it, let's do it. Does that make sense? So what if it just breaks down? Yeah, if it breaks down here, right, like I said to you, right, if it breaks down, all we're doing, so you've got this level here. Let me just delete all this. Literally, nice and simple. We know this low here is causing this. So this low here is an area of, well, this is an SR, a short-term SR, support, you know, shank down, resistance, shank up, and we're holding some sort of support. So if you were to lose this level, right, so if you were to get back down, back into this level, well then that's your entry. I mean, that's your confirmation to go a lot more lower, because then we're like, okay, we're taking out liquidity here, and we're also going to be taking out liquidity off this area. So this is equal lows over there. You can see, can you see these equal lows over there? So then we can start playing it back down from here all the way to this area here, taking profits as we go along, taking out liquidity there and liquidity here. Okay, so you just gotta be patient. You got the monthly open, mark out the monthly open, and just watch how the monthly open is. We could just fucking, I mean, look, this is the monthly open here, right? We could just fucking range ban off here for a little while. You can do whatever you fucking wants to do, but the moment we lose this low, that's it. That's your entry to go a lot more lower, right? Then you know your stop loss, you can place it up to here. Okay, that's BTC. Ethereum, let's have a look. Can Doge hit $1? Go over. Yeah, I believe you can. I don't think in this run. I think in 2024, I think it does. There'll be more money involved in that. Monday's range previous, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's right. So the blue level was based off last week's Monday's range. What's up, T-Raw? How you doing? Blue is daily range. Thank you, Dank. Narendra, it says PL shows and discussing details about. Oh, please show and discussing the BTC high block liquidation chart, as most of YouTube are hiding it from. What the fuck is a high block liquidation chart? That's a fucking interesting point. High block liquidation chart. Because maybe I'm missing something. I don't fucking know what's going on. Oh, these open profile interests and history. Is that what you're talking about? These kind of things. I don't know much about it, to be honest. But I can find out for you then, let you know. This is. Crypto ISO uses this as well. And Benzantine. So basically, let's have a look. Take the next step with cutting edge data, blah blah, features. So gain access to the most unique comprehensive suite of. I don't give a shit. Liquidation levels. To be honest, you don't really need this stuff, you know. I mean, you can. It's free if you want to use it. Look. I'll have a look at it after. For $70 a month, you know. I'll have a look at it afterwards and see what's up. Cool. Yes, Bruges, how's it going, brother? All right then. So Narendra, I'll have to have a look at that. I know crypto ISO is a very key element on when it comes to liquidation profiles and stuff like that. He knows his shit really well. I'll chat to him about it as well, and he probably give me these information quite easily. Shows the price level which has the most liquidation levels. Yeah, but to be honest, right, you don't need to worry about which has the most liquidation level. All this is liquidation here. You know what I'm saying? There's like liquidation everywhere. Like levels here, levels here, levels here. You don't necessarily need these fucking charts to tell you this stuff. These are liquidations. So if I were to, like, for example, like let's just say, right, you've got this, right? Let me just move this over here. You've got this, right? We can all agree this is a trend line, right? We know straight off the bat, right? If we were to reclaim this level, we're taking liquidation where? Here, here, here. Because people are going to place the stops there, stops over here, and stops there. So that's taking liquidation right there, to be honest. You don't necessarily need it. I mean, I think first is what's really important for everyone. It's not, look, Narendra, I don't know how good you are in trading. I don't know what your understanding of how trading is, but my bro, like, if you don't have the concept and you don't understand what levels are and what trading is and what the price action is, there's no point you looking at at all these liquidation shit. You just gonna complicate the fuck out of you. That's why I don't use indicators. I think indicators, to me, look, they work, right? They work for different people, but to me, it's like, look, I can understand it without indicators. Like people using RSIs and shit, and we're oversold. But of course we're fucking oversold. Just look at the fucking chart. If you look at the chart here, do you think this is undersold? Let's just listen to 50 minutes. Let's go on the 1 hour, right? Do you think this is going to be undersold? No, it's fucking overbought. It makes sense. And then if I throw in an RSI, right? Obviously we know we're coming at key levels here, right? Let's just show you. So this is a key level over here. Of course we're going to start breaking down. Look at this deviation there. We got a deviation already. Of course we're going to break down. I don't need an RSI to tell me this shit. Now, if I want to be a bit fancy and show like, yeah, I'm a professional trader and bleedy blue. But then hang on a second. The RSI was telling me that I should have... This RSI here, right here, it's on this level there, was telling me the fucking short around here. But it fucking stopped me out. That's what RSI was telling me. Like, according to this, because look, according to this RSI, if this is a key level, we got back up. And obviously, once we got to this level here, right? This level here is saying to me that on the RSI, it made me a lower high right here. But we did one more stop run. So if you were to enter because of this RSI idea, it doesn't make any sense. The PA was telling me, hang on a second, right? The PA was already telling me another little story. The PA was saying to me, well, let me close this up. That once we come into this area here, right? This area here, we can start looking for shorts. So I didn't need RSIs. I don't need to tell me volume profile and stuff like that. I don't need all this liquidation profile and all that crazy shit and stuff like that. It tells you right here for free. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, you can use them to help you out. I have nothing wrong against with indicators and all that stuff like that. But, you know, if you can understand that, you don't need anything else. And you know, you don't need to pay £70 a month kind of thing. Well, it's up to you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't or whatever. But I think this tells me enough. So it comes down to you as a human being. Are you able to trade what the market is telling you, right? The market is not going to go up forever. The market's not going to go down forever. We're going to have a pullback. So we're going to have, we're going to go up. We're going to go down. We're going to, who fucking knows what we're going to do, right? But you just got to mark your key levels. When you got your key levels, you're good. You're good. I was saying $1,700, right? That's the area that I was looking at as a target for Ethereum. Target hit. I was happy. I just chill out and just sit back and relax. I don't need to study all these all these crazy charts. Does that make sense there? I mean, like, I'm saying a lot of shit. I'm giving shit to indicators and all these RSIs and bullshit like that. But like, if you use them, by all means, use them. But I'm telling you, I've never used them in my life. I have no intention of using RSI chart at all to tell me how to trade. I know how to trade without that fucking shit. I just look at what the price is telling me. Coming at key levels, of course we're gonna come to some sort of resistance. Yes, we're gonna break down. If we were to hold above it, then I'd be like, yeah, let's go. But the moment we do this, right, this is a range bound environment. To me, it's like it's gonna be a short. If I want to use this, I can use this. It is interesting though, Narendra. I remember speaking to my crypto ISO about this. Shout out to crypto ISO. I briefly chatted to him about it as well. He was telling me about like the liquidation profiles, and I was like, yo, listen, bro, this is fucking complicated. So shout out to him as well. I will definitely look at it because I think being a versatile trader is really important. You know, it's not just about longing and shorting, and reading a chart. It's just being different, you know, growing, and that's a good thing. Like I want to learn, I want to understand Wyckoff a lot more better. I want to understand this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave, whatever the bullshit people are doing. Everyone's doing this nowadays, but you know. So, all right, don't worry about it now. Just relax, don't relax, right? Like again, you have to remember, right? It comes down to time, all right. So time is on my, it's not on my side in eternally, but I will speak to ISO soon as well. Pay the amount to SC and join his group. Yeah, you can do that, 100%. So Ferp is saying, it's like the Kingfisher. Okay, so name saying show the price level which has the most liquidation levels. Like the Kingfisher, I think. Do you think BTC for me a bear flag on the 15 minutes? Yeah, I mean look, BTC. Again, you're using memes, right? Don't focus on memes. Look at this, right? If I were to do this, right, this would be my like I need to. We need to come back up. We need to come back up and reclaim, and off we go, which comes inside to this level here. Literally, this level here is what's capping the market. Once we do something like that, like what could happen is price goes up, shoots down on resistance, breaks up, holds it. That's my confirmation to go up higher. Okay, so that's what we could do. We don't fucking know, but we just work out level to level, right? Ethereum. Coffee and Sig watching live. Appreciate that, Waze. Shout out to all the smokers out there. We're a rare breed now, you know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Do you guys have any questions before I move on, actually? Because I know there's 62 people here, and when I do talk about the charts, I can actually get really fixated on it. So if you guys got any questions, fire away, man. Let me answer this for you as well, while I have a Sig at the same time. I love smoking, man. Does any of you guys smoke? You should smoke, man. Trust me, it's good for you. I'm joking. Do not smoke. Smoking's bad for you, according to this box here. Smoking kills. So, first tell me what things you smoke. Ah, these from Duty Free Marlboro Double Fusion. First time I ever had them, I was in not in Dubai. I was going to Mauritius, and I saw those. Like, yo, this is mad. And since then, whenever I go to Duty Free, I have to get these boxes. When's the next all-time high show? Saturday, Fab. Does anyone want to join the all-time high? Like the next week. Blueberry clicks. Oasis has got something sick. Saturday. Yeah, Nick, that's right. Do I trade full-time? Yeah, I do. Since September. I left my my job in September, and I became just full-time behind a screen like a fucking madman. Miss Benford, dude, you know what? Yeah, they stopped that in the UK. Are you from the UK, Kyle? Give me a second, guys. All right, cool. Let's get back to work then, yeah. Oh, you're from Canada, living in Poland right now. I only smoke when I drink Benson Hedges. I used to smoke Benson Hedges Gold all the time. B&H was the one. You can't go wrong with B&H. What was you working as before? I was a pharmacist. Qualified for. So I was learning how to trade while I was in pharmacy school, and I was same thing when I became a pharmacist as well. And I was just doing that. Invite EXO on all time. Like, you know what? I'm gonna try and get EXO and SC. One of them two. I'll definitely try to get reach one of them. I know the loan adopter. I'm in talks with him. He's down for whatever day on weekday or weekend. So shout out to the late adopter. But EXO will be quite. I don't know if the guy smokes, man. You know, because you know his all-time high. Because he gets jokes, he gets fucked up in it. So I would like EXO. Do you know who would be mad? SC. I think SC, if he was to be high, or I don't know, if, or under an influence or something, right? I think he would be a lit guy to actually chill with. Alright, let's go. Let's get back to work. Ethereum. Fucking hell, man, I'm smoking a lot now. That's 2 in about half an hour. We'll do Ethereum and then we do DXY, okay? Then we start talking about all these other bits, what the stock market is saying. So Ethereum, I'll bring up all my levels. Again, monthly. Oh yeah, I did this briefly yesterday. Do it again. So let's just look at the monthly, what's going on. It is a new month, so we're just gonna have to have a look at this from a wider prospect. So previous all-time high with Bitcoin, we find it a support, right? With Ethereum, right? We've now got a deviation, so we know this is resistance, come back up, call it support, and we had a deviation. We had a clean smash. This clean smash is very good. So we could actually come back and retest this area, hold above it, off we go. The next level of targets will then have to be this area here, right? It's about 2200 area. That'll be the next set of targets, just looking at the monthly itself, right? As long as we hold this level, okay? So that's the monthly. Looking at the weekly, let's have a look. Strong weekly, we've gone up, right? Again, we're finding resistance. Key levels where we're finding resistance is actually this level here. That's what we're finding resistance there. Obviously, you can see support, support, support. We smashed down, and now it's resistance. Do we start breaking down here? We don't fucking know. Or do we reclaim and go a lot more higher into this area here? All right. So that's what we're looking for. So we've got to be a bit careful, a bit cautious of how we play. All right. It is the monthly open, so we want to be things a little bit more safely. If you're looking for confirmation or change of trend, is it laid on the 5 minutes or minimum 15? It depends. It comes down to experience in it. So for example, like if I'm looking at the 1 hour, right? 1 hour trade, I'll drop it down to 15 minutes to see if we get a reclaim of a certain area. Once I have a reclaim and it's tested certain areas I'm looking for, I'll enter the long. So if I'm looking at the 15 minutes, I'll drop it down to like 10 minutes to the 5 minutes. And same thing if I'm looking for like a scalp, that I'm very comfortable with scalping. I don't need to drop it down. You guys will see me scalp on 15 seconds and 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I just play at the level of what comes into play. So that Exo Smokes dude sounds really articulate. Yeah, dude. He's a northerner. You can tell from his accents. He's a northerner, big time. But he's very like, he's not like me and SC. Like me and SC, we don't give a fuck. Like you can clearly see SC does not give a shit on Twitter. And when I talk as well on YouTube, I just speak how we're speaking it. Like the way I am, what you see is what you get. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of ruin that fucking all-time high. But it will be an experience to have him on. I gotta say. Weekly range. I mean, like we got a weekly range over here, right? So you can see, we already know this high here is key level, right? You can see that was a weekly range that we played for about 4 weeks there, 3-4 weeks there. It was a range bound environment, and all we've done is literally got up, we shot up. It's a nice clean smash. I wouldn't mind a retest of this area here. I wouldn't mind a retest. And remember, we talked about 1440, which is the key level, which is approximately around here. That's where around 1440 level is. So if we do something like this on the monthly, come back down, retest this, hold this level there, that's your long, your stop loss is there. That's your confirmation, because we reclaimed the level there, and all that was just a deviation of this range, because we're now in this range over here. Okay, so that's what we're looking at off a daily perspective. If we were to be bullish, for example, levels really, you can see this high here. That's 2 weeks ago's Monday's high there, and you can clearly see it. Resistance was so heavy there. We finally got above it. Do we come down and retest and hold above it? We don't know, so which is why we play level to level. Or do we come back down and retest this 1440, potentially this area here, and do this? We don't fucking know. So we're gonna play this level to level as we're taking trades as we go. What's going on? Only puff vape by Dinner Lady. Never tried it. That Exo Smokes, yeah. So injects opium. You know what? I don't fucking know. I wouldn't mind if it was a lower high and we're gonna go shank down. Then let's fucking do it. I mean, for me to say yeah, the high is in and it's over, is once we get back into this area. Once we get back into this range, to me that's the high end. That's a deviation of the range. Stop loss, a hard stop there. We'll send it back down to 750. 750 go down to like $400, $350, right? And less range bound. Look, when I will start buying alts, this is what I'm looking for, right? I'll tell you how I'm gonna buy alts, right? Let me just fucking sell this right now. You know, you got all these motherfuckers telling you all this fucking shit, saying like, I'm gonna do this for you today, right? So look at this, right? We know we've got a range bound environment over here, right? That's a range high and this is a range low, okay? The mid-range is approximately around this area here, okay? I think that's the mid-range there. Key level is right. This is the key level there. We've got a block. We got another set of range over here. This is the original consolidation that we consolidated time, okay? Just in this area, all right? Just going to keep this nice and simple. Now, we know that we're in a bear market there. We know S is like it. Pure Pakistani humor. Yeah, he's a fucking geezer. He's fucking... Who the fuck is this? Let me remove this. Cool. Sponsors back in the chat board. But yeah, yo, what a geezer. So, what I was saying is, we know in a bear market, which we know that if we were to lose this level here, to me, is we're going back to mid-range. For mid-range, we lose this level, we're going to go back into this consolidation. What's so key about this consolidation, right, is that this area here was the original consolidation for 2 years straight. Price was accumulating. This is the original accumulation to send the market back up. So it's essentially, from a technical point of view, once we send it back down, back up, we need to come back and retest this area, which is why I'm saying 400. You know, so when I will start, so what we could potentially do over the next 2 years is go back up, come back down, do something like this, and we could just do this, and then, oh, fuck it, let me just do this properly. Let me just move this over. There, okay. So what we could potentially do is go back up for a lower high, come back down, break down, come back in this area, retest this area, and you just do this, something like that. Okay, and then once it reclaims, come back up, and then 2024, off you go, right? That's your absolute confirmation to enter a long bear. You see this area here? Let me put this in black. You see this area here? This will be the next set of accumulation like this. When we find accumulation for time that goes on for this long, that's when we start to buy. We mark out levels over here like we did over there, and we're gonna start buying slowly. We're not gonna go all in. We're gonna start buying, and you know, you're gonna start, like, that's when you start DCing. We don't DCA from fucking all-time high. Whoever said to you to DCA, tell them to shut the fuck up in it. They've been talking shit for all that time, and they've all gone quiet now. This is the area we DCA. That's the consolidation we're looking for. This is what we need. When we get this, that's when we know, all right, cool. Long-term bags are in this area here. Whales are accumulating. They're pushing the price up, and they're pushing the price back down so they can rebuy at lower price. What we need to do is just enter in. Hold the fucking bag, and off we go. We have a clear invalidation where stop loss over here. Right at the low, right, which is really far, but oh well, you can say whatever the low is. That'll be okay. Let's see. That's your hard stop, right? Your hard stop will be here. Let's say it comes back into this area, wicks into this area, and holds above it. That's when you know, like, yeah, this is where you get your stop loss. Because if we come back down, we're gonna go a lot more lower, right? So we just need to find and wait for that accumulation. So in the meantime, if you can understand how to trade and understand how to read a chart, it makes your life easier when it comes to accumulation. Because remember, price is always in a range. We just gotta find the range. The longer the range is, the better it is. Then the breakout is fucking spectacular. Look at this range here for 2 years straight. Breakout was fucking crazy, and then we're just coming for a retest. That's all we're doing. Nothing too crazy. So that's what I'll be looking for, to buy in. I will let you guys know as well, but you guys can already understand what we're looking for. So if we look at the 1 hour, start marking out some fucking levels and shit, right? Right. So we got this area here. Let's start making some trades here. My hard stop is at 0. Saran, what a geezer. So, it's the 1 hour, right? Literally, this is 2 weeks ago's Monday's high. And this is the Monday's low right here, okay? And this is the mid-range. 25% of the range. That's 75% of the range. Remember that 1440 level I was talking about? I'm going to make that into a different color. I'm going to make this... I don't know what color this is. I'll just pick that a random color. It's maroon, I believe. Right there. And then we're going to make this other key level here. So we've got all these key levels here. Okay. Now, all we're going to do is fucking mute all this shit. Keep it nice and simple. Can you guys see that? What we got here. This is 2 weeks ago's Monday's range. Let me change the fucking color. 2 weeks ago's Monday's range. This is a key level, 1440. That's previous all-time high in 2017. And this is a quarterly range here. So we're finding resistance. We're going to find some sort of breakdown, okay? Now, how would we play this level? We've got the monthly open. Monthly open is around from this candle there. Monthly open is here. So we're just above the monthly open. We're just teasing it a little bit there. So if I want to enter a trade, it's like, you see this area here. I mean, look, we'll do the short play, then we'll do the long play, okay? The short play is this, right? Is that if I want to enter a trade, right? If it were to break down, this will be my confirmation because we've lost this low here, right? This is my confirmation right there, playing it back to this area here. What's key about this? This is the previous Monday, 2 weeks ago's Monday's high. You see resistance, resistance, or deviation, deviation, deviation. We get back up. It's a quick retest and we shoot up. So really, in all fairness, it's literally this. In all fairness, this is the consolidation, right? With a bit of a deviation from the mid-range. Then we shut up and we're looking for a retest. That's all it is. Does it hold above it and break up? If it does, we cut the rest of the trade. If it does something like this, it steps back into Monday's range. You got to ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing back in this range? And you're playing back, filling out all this inefficiency, back down to the next set of targets, which is this area here, which is 75% of the range. Break down, go to the mid-range, which is this area here. And then we'll see if we can squeeze into this area here. All right. Potentially, we can actually, you guys, let me just move my head around. Potentially, what we could do, you see this area here. Let me highlight this. Let me put a square. This is the consolidation, right? Which sent the market up. As you can see right here, which is so key, when price got up, retested it once, comes up, holds it. So ideally, we could retest it again. And if it were to be bullish, it will hold it. So if we get to this area here from the 1440 area and break down, because we're below the mid range, we can play back to range low. That'll be target the next set of targets. This will be your this is target. So you can enter. So if you get into mid range and you cut the trade, if it goes back up and then does something like this, oh, let me just fucking draw a fucking rectangle there again. Put in black. This area here. What we could do is if we were to break down from the mid range, right, and then lose this level there, that's, well, obviously we're below this fucking mid range here. We're below the mid range. This is your next set of this is your entry, your next set of entry. Target 1, target 2, and then we see we can squeeze into target 3, taking that liquidity off this area here, because we've taken that liquidity on the upside. Sorry. We're taking that liquidity on Monday's high plenty of times, and we clearly smashed above it. We step back into this range, right? And there's a lot of mess here, fucking hell. If we step back into this range, this Monday's range, well, then that means we've taken that liquidity on the upside. Well, the liquidity is where it's resting, on the bottom side. So that's all we're going to do, right? And we're playing it level to level. If, right, at any moment right now, right, I know we got all these bearish plans and stuff like that, and it starts showing us bullishness, and it comes to these key levels, right? Let me delete this. No, Control Z. Let me just delete this. Yeah. Price comes back down and decides to do this, right? Comes back down, pulls into this area there, and reclaims. That's your long for you to go back up to 25% of the range, and then we'll go back to 75% of the range and back to range high. That's the key that you're looking for, okay? And then all you're doing is playing on both sides of the market. Now, that's the thing is, now let's say that price decides to go back up. If it's a deeper pullback, price goes back up, does something like this, then you know this is your entry. It's still your entry because all we had a deeper pullback. This area, this low, is capping the market. Is a pivot. It's getting lower and lower and lower. Now, if I were to be bullish, right, from this area, look how I kind of pinpointed quite nicely. If we were to get above and hold above this range here and hold this level, this key level, 1700 area, then I'd be like, we're playing up to these highs over there, these highs over there, these highs there, and then play on the upside. So upside, where can it be? Let's have a look. We'll delete everything else. Let's have a look. Let's go on the 4 hours. Well, really and truly, if you think about it, right, there's a range bound environment over here. Let me just put me back down, right, because I don't like floating my head up there. Really and truly, you can see there's a range bound environment over here. So this is the low, and this is the high. Once we step back into this range, now you see we haven't even come back into the 18. This is a range in itself. This is using, like, you see, this is a range in itself. We haven't stepped into it. Now, if we were to do something like this, right, come back into the range, hold above the range, then we can play target 1, target 2. Does that make sense? Because we're now taking out liquidity over here, liquidity there, and we're going to try and take out liquidity over there. That's the trade. And then if we get back above the mid-range, next set of targets, this target there, and then we go to this target there. And then we can continue to range band here. We don't fucking know, but we know this is the area we'll be looking for. All right? So that's what we're looking for. That's how the bullish plan is. And I would start to long if we get back into this range. If it comes back down and just reclaims this key level over here that we talked about, the 1440 area, I look to long it back into this area, and then we see if we can reclaim it level to level. Okay, that's Ethereum really. That's as simple as that. Using ranges and just taking it simple. There's nothing much that can be said. It is the daily open, monthly open, so it'll be really, really easy. Don't fucking, let me fucking sort this camera out. Yeah, don't rush into anything. That's the last thing you want to do. Rushing into any sort of trade is only going to bend your fucking ass back hole. So we don't want that, right? 1 second, guys. So yeah, that's ETH BTC. Give me a moment. Actually did alright today. An hour and 15 minutes. Well, an hour and 20 minutes because it was on before you guys on there. So I think it's settling and it's a lot better. It wasn't cutting off every fucking half an hour, so that was really annoying me before. Cool. Right, does that make sense, everyone? Can we see Ethereum Classic, brother? After, is it good? Looking good to short? Let's have a look. Let's do some alts now, actually. BTC USDT. Why is everyone so interested with Ethereum Classic? I don't get it. Why is everyone wants to short or play Ethereum Classic? Let's have a look. Go on monthly. Monthly wise, let's start drawing some lines in here. So we got this level here, previous all-time high. Come up there. On the monthly, we can see already on the monthly support deviation. We got back up. All good. Happy days. What's capping the market? Is capping the market? We're literally playing in this range, to be honest. April's range. That's what we're playing in. You see that? That's April's range. It looks like a short to mid range. About $31 there, just off the bat. On the weekly, just open, monthly open. I mean, we've come into this area here. See this consolidation? I'll show you the 1 day. Clean smash as well. But you see this consolidation we got here? It's rejected off this block here. This area here. That's what it's rejected off. That's it. See that? So that would have been the entry with a stop loss over here, hard stop above there, playing it back to make a range low there. So if I were to enter a trade now, we've got all this inefficiency there to fill out, and I think we should at least to a minimum come into this area here. So if I were to break this down, let's have a look. Go on the 4 hours, let's see what's up. Consolidation, go on the 1 hour. Alright, okay, so we've got this here to focus on, right? So we now know that we've got range high, which would be about there. Range high would be around here. And then range low would be this low here. You can see it. You guys see how this is all planning out. So all we've got here literally is consolidations happen in this area here with a deviation of the range, and you can clearly see we've got support, and that was a resistance there, and we lost that level there. It just so happened that 75% of the range is actually the mid range between these two consolidation there. Now if I can get a retest, right? If I can get a retest and pull back up and break down, this will be my entry to actually enter the short with a stop loss over here, or probably up here actually, and then playing it back down, taking out these liquidity there into this area of consolidation. I think that will be target 1, target 2. See how we get back a bounce, get back below it, and that'll be my next set of targets there. And I will definitely take profits here and see how we react, because it's the mid-range. We can get some reaction and hold above it. If we reject off this area and come back down, then I'll be like, all right, then you see these highs here, I'll show you. See this high here? That's the thing that's capping the market on the upside. And then I'll be like looking for shorts to go back down to this area. Well, sorry, shorts back into this area as target 1, and see if we can come back, take out liquidity over here to target 2, and then that's what I'll be looking for. So that's what ETC is looking for me. If I were to be bullish, right? That's for a short there. I mean, what if it doesn't give me a pullback? What do I do, right? Not a big deal, right? I'm really looking for, okay, let's look for another a trade and a quick snap off there. So we know right here we got another set of consolidation here. Okay, this already off the bat, this is a key level there. It's holding this level. The moment, I mean, if I do this right, the moment it loses this level here, breaks down and retest this, and then does something like that, that'll be my entry. Stop loss over here. I mean, I might put a wider stop loss there, playing it back to this area, but I'll keep a stop loss here to be honest. I think that's valid over there, playing it back to 31.50. Obviously, we know there's liquidity resting at, let's have a look. Liquidity are resting in these area here. You see? Around this area here. So that's why I'm looking for ETC. If I were to trade ETC here, I'll keep an eye on ETC actually. It's not a bad idea. If I were to be bullish, right? Because obviously, if let's just say it comes back down here, holds above it, I will look to long this back up to this area here. Actually, this area I'll be looking to long it back into that. That'll be my confirmation, and then from there, range band play. That'll be the next set of targets there. This over here, and then once we can get reclaim this high over here, then I'll take out liquidity over here, going back to range high to $50. That's the bullish play there. That's ETC for me, for you guys. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Play it level to level. So that's what I'm seeing. Any other thingy? Any other charts you guys want me to have a look at? I'll look at a couple. THETA. Yeah, sorry, Sonny was asking THETA. I have to respect that as well. Shout out to THETA. So look. I remember when THETA was out, man. It was supposed to be the Netflix killer. THETA USDT Finance. Look at the monthly. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck happened here? That's nasty though, isn't it? That is a horrible looking chart, the way they just drop like that. December 2021. I mean, if you bought it at fucking 70 cents, I mean, an all-time high to about fucking hell. You made more about 20x there, 20x move. But yeah, always remember when if a monthly goes like that parabolic, you need to start taking profits. It's really key. Okay, so let's have a look what we got here. We got key support here. Except targets there, so we've definitely got a resistance over here. Range bound environment here, we can see. Yeah, I see that's what we're playing at. Yep, I think that's perfectly fine. Range bound environment, holding support. There's a key SR there as well. You can see this low here is a key SRY support over here. Support, we're going back to 25% of the range, finding resistance. Okay, bit of a slower move, right? Because that's why I'm looking at ETH and BTC, the Burj Khalifa. So that's what I'm looking at as well. You're welcome, Sonny. Dan, can you take an NZDJP? What, bloody hell, what were we going to Forex now, is it? Let's have a look. So yeah, going on the weekly. Weekly, what's going on? It's just consolidation, really. Where is the real consolidations happen? We can tighten this up. It's this candle here. That's the candle that's causing all this consolidation. I'm going to change this into an orange color, just so I know the difference between the two of them. You can clearly see, look at this. If I go on the daily, I think it makes a lot more sense. right? It's a range bound environment and nothing's changed as well. Okay, it's been range bounding for quite some time, so we can just play the range bound game. So looking at this orange range here, what's the key? Resistance comes up to deviation, and we come back down, support, resistance, support, resistance, deviation, come back down, support, come back up as deviation. Literally, price has just been consolidating for time, like up, down, then looking to go down because we're back into the range. If we were to be bullish, right, what would we be looking for is a reclaim of this, a close above here, hold above it, and off we go, right? But the fact we're back into this range here doesn't look good, and we're finding resistance off the daily. I know it's daily, right? But it doesn't look too good. So go on the 4 hours. Yeah. I mean, you can enter a short right now. To me, it looks like a clear short. I mean, a hard stop up here. You can keep a stop loss here, to be honest, but your hard stop would be there. And literally, we're just playing it level to level after 4 hours, really, because it's such a slow move, right? That I would literally just look at it like this. You can go on the 2 hours if you want. Yeah, literally play it level to level, and how I would play is literally like this. Back down to 25% of range, looking at to get to the mid range. See all this inefficiency here, inefficiency there. Play these levels there, and then that'll be target 1, and that'll be target 2. We lose this level here, that'll be target. Then we get the next set of targets and the next set of trade, going back to this area here, and literally just play the range bound game. That's what it is, really. I mean, if I was a bit, like I said, if I'd be bullish, reclaim this off this. Oops. So this is the initial high. If we do something like this, we come back up on resistance and come back up and hold support as come back up, hold support. Then I'll be like, say, yeah, long this, we're going back up to the next set of targets, and the next set of targets will be the mid range, which is this area here. Delete that. This is the mid range here, which comes in approximately at 183. So that's how I look at playing THETA. It's a bit of a slow move there. That's all right, Victor. How you doing? Oh, let me talk about dollar index actually. Let me talk about dollar index before we do some more alts as well. Dollar index is looking like it's a breakdown already. I mean, you can clearly see, just briefly, just saying it. This is the consolidation with a deviation up there. You know, we lost this low here, and look at it. Final resistance, come back into this range. Final resistance of this low, and we lost this low here, and we're literally making lower lows, lower highs. We're just making lower lows all the way down. So the next set of targets for me is 104. This little area here. What's so key? It's a monthly area. So, and also you can see, you know, back in the days, right? Back in the days, literally, price was capped over here. This is blue box there. Got a deviation on there. We got back below it, found resistance. We got up, hold it support. So obviously, initial target will be this blue box there, and then the 104. Lose this level, we'll go back down. That's what I'm looking for dollar index really. And if that goes well, happy days, then it will carry on. Do I have a fucking range over here? Not a range. Do I have a fucking... I mean, you can see that actually. That's a break. Yeah, it does look like it's breaking down, to be honest. Look at this. On the 4 hours. Now, clearly you can see right here. Support, 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 support. Come in, support. Do the deviation, get back up. Broke down, find resistance off this here, and then it's shooting down, which means we're going to try and start taking that liquidity at these areas of support there, come potentially back into this area here. This is what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. So if it does something like this, let me just fucking neaten this up a little bit, just here. Right, so if I get a box, you see this area consolidation that's happened over there, right? We can literally do this, come back down, bounce off there, break down, and literally do take out all the liquidity. And then if you were to hold above it and then reclaim this area, then off it goes. But this here is what I'm looking for. I would ideally like to see us come back into this area here. What's so key about that? If I were to show you, go on the quarterly. This is a quarterly range. We found resistance off this range over here at the top. You can see this is another set of range that's up and down. This is like the range that's in the market back down. And all we've really done, really, if you think about it, right, is we've come down, right, and all we've done is to retest and we could actually do an Adam and Eve, right? Like and hold above it and go back up. This is a range bound environment. We have deviation, deviation, resistance, deviation. Question is, what I'd like to see is something come back down to this area, and if it was to be bullish, hold above this, and that'll be a retest for an expansion. But if it was to be a deviation of the range, what I'd like to see is come back down and play back into the range, back to the mid range and range low. But this has been going on for fucking nearly 10 years now, this consolidation. So a breakout is imminent, in my opinion. That's dollar index for me as well. Yes, you short from 24,250. Shout out to you, brother. Dump on by Vegeta, just like your charts predicted on Twitter. Prediction on Twitter. If ETH closes the hourly beneath the Monday's open, is this a bearish signal? That's what Brandon was saying. ETH closes what? The hourly. What are you saying there? Below the what? Below Monday's open. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Monday's open is the yearly open, is the monthly open. So for the start of the week, it is going to be bearish as well. If we close here, I mean, look, we've got levels here, right? What's that? I want to sneeze actually. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So like I did the plans here. So if we lose this level here, right? That to me is entry for me to take it down. Stop loss over here. I probably put a hard stop there, playing it back to this level there, come into Monday's range, previous Monday's range, and go down. Right. So that's what I'm looking for. It's a bit of a tricky one. I mean, we're breaking down right now, which is not a problem. Give me a second, guys. Yep, that's it. I think this is it then. Give me a second, guys. Let's see if we can go. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, so ETH is looking quite interesting now. Showing it's again showing this break this low here. We're gonna go back down over here. You got a missed call from who? Private number 1120. Who the fuck phoned me up? 20. Okay. Cool. We'll see how it goes. Right. Any other alts you guys want me to have a look at? He's gonna be taken out over here. We'll see how he is. We get a bounce back into this area and break down. Happy days. If he loses this low, comes back into retest, then that's just shorting entry to go back down lower to the targets we talked about. So PYR, let's do this one by one. Oh wait, hang on a second. Wait, slow down everybody. What the fuck's going on? Connor Lambie. Who's first actually? You know what? Give me a moment, guys. Let me just I just need to take a piss actually, if you guys don't mind. I'm having so much water. I'm starting to take a piss a lot too much. I just need to take a piss. Fucking out, guys. Chill out, man. Fucking out. Aiden for that. Alright, we'll do a bunch of vaults in it. I'll spend about 20 minutes to do a bunch of vaults. Yeah, one second. Alright guys, sorry about that. Appreciate that. Didn't want to dump his spot bags. I don't even fucking know what's going on with these fucking bots, man. These bots are just out of control, man. Fucking horny as fucking it. They think that we're horny, man. Don't they know traders don't have sex? Traders just sit behind a desk. You should fucking know that by now. Alright, cool. So let's have a look. Who's the first one then? Let's have a look what we got. So we got AAVE. So Goonie asked for AAVE. Let me go for AAVE first. USDT. So if you guys recall that I did make a shorting plan from with AAVE saying like potentially we can come back to 112 area. Instead, you gotta time it with Bitcoin at the same time and Ethereum. We're losing this level here. So what I'm looking for. Looking at AAVE. Let's go on the 4 hours. Let's go on the daily first. So obviously we come into this area here. This is a consolidation that we've found resistance. This area here. This area there. And as you can see, come into resistance, broken down. Any sort of retest, if we get a retest, right? It could be a breakdown. We'll send us go back lower. Looking at these levels there. Let's have a look. Let me go on the 4 hours for a second. 2 hours. Really and truly, you see this SR here. This is the SR that's causing the whole issue, right? So let me just move the chart and expand this a bit more higher, and then come into this area here. That red line is what? Oh, it's SR. So these are SR levels. Okay, cool. And we've got last month's high, I think in the mid-range as well. We couldn't even go up to last month's high. We couldn't even take out liquidity from there. So we're looking to come back to the mid-range by the looks of it. Because it is looking heavy, especially with ETH BTC looking heavy. We're still range bound within last month's range, okay? So looking at the fucking 1 hour, let's see what we got here. Alright, so I know I had an SR. The SR was right here. Let me just fucking squeeze this over here. From a point of view, this SR is causing a. Is it this SR? Was it on 2 hours? I looked at it. Yeah, 2 hours. That's it. That makes more sense now. So this high here is causing us a bit of trouble here, right? Oh, fuck off, man. Let me move this here. That's better. This high here is causing a lot of trouble here. In what way? Well, we get back above it, and it's a pivot, right? A pivot is when we actually just move up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So ideally already we know this is an area of support, right? As long as we hold this as a support, we've got a range bound environment over here. So if I were to draw a box, this low here and this high there, that's a range bound environment. You can literally trade off that as well. Really simple playing back there. So if we were to hold, right, play back to the mid-range back to range high. If we come into this area here and start breaking down, that's my opportunity to short, lose this level here. That's my confirmation to go back to this area here. Sorry, it's not confirmation. I can enter a trade back as a day trade back into this area here. The fact that we lose this area here, that's my confirmation, right here. Oops. This is my confirmation to enter the trade back into this next SR there, playing it back into here. That's what we're looking for. So it literally is a short there. So I mean, it's the monthly open. I know everyone's going to be excited with some shorts and stuff like that, but just be a bit careful because we can range bound here. Confirmation for me to short is back down here. Find resistance of this SR. Fill out all this inefficiency, playing it back into this area here. For me to go long, I have to see us to get whole reclaim. Confirmation will then be, that'll be 12-12. That's pretty much AAVE. There's nothing much to say. It all dictates on what ETH is doing. If ETH is gonna dump, of course we're gonna fucking dump. Speaking about ETH, right? Whoops. Speaking about ETH, let me have a look at ETH BTC actually. Okay, ETH BTC. We got a trend line over here. We got resistance, smash above it. We come with support, deviates it, support. So ideally, it looks like we're gonna come back to the mid range. This is the mid range of a bigger range itself. So this to me looks like a mid range. Do we come back down and pull this up? Back into this area consolidation, right? come back up, reclaim and hold above it, and then once we reclaim this mid-range, I think that's for us to say this target here, and then going back to 0.82. So that's what I'll be looking for. EPDC is the monthly open. I wouldn't mind us start shanking now, and then coming back to retest the monthly open in the coming days or weeks, and then reclaiming, and off we go. So that's that. So that's EPDC. I had PYR USDT. PYR USDT finance. So do I have any lines and shit like that on this? I don't. So literally, from a range band perspective, I've got this high to this low. That's where the range is actually. You can see it there. Support gets back down, find some deviation, and we're making lower highs, right? So all the alts are looking exactly the same thing, to be honest, as well. So we're going to look on the 4 hours, see what's going on. Yeah, we're breaking below the mid-range as well. So because the fact that we're losing the mid-range, to me already, I can say like an enter a trade. I can say a stop loss over here, for example, or your hard stop have to be here. Back down to this area. See this, all this inefficiency. Now let's just say you want to enter in with a bit more confirmation, and how would you do so, right? On a smaller time frame, we'll go to the 1 hour. So you see this. We've got a trend line going on straight off the bat. This is the trend line that we've got here. We've lost that trend line literally not too long ago. So if we were to come back up and retest this and break down from the mid-range, that's my confirmation to enter back into the play, taking out the lows over here, because it's now a rain band environment, back into this area here. The moment we lose this low here, then I can say, yeah, we play it back down into this area. This is to about 360, or no, 360, 360, 68, call it. So that's the level I'm looking for PYR. But again, you can range band here, and this is all just a day trade play. You can literally just day trade all this range band environment from this low, held as support, resistance, support, and just let it do its thing. If I were to go to longs, right, for example, how would I go to longs if I delete everything else? Well, you see, we got this going on, right? I need to smash above this, right? Take out this area here, right? Come back, any retest and hold above it. Let's fucking go. This will be my confirmation to say take out liquidity over here to here, back up to about 495. And from 495 we can go back to then we play level to level, and the level to level play will be literally this. So reclaim and hold above it, then I'll be at target 1, and then target 2 at around 560. That's what I'm looking for in terms of PYR. So let's have a look. I've got ADA here as well. What time is it now? 12 o'clock. I'm gonna have to bounce in a bit as well, so I'm gonna do this one quickly and then I'm gonna bounce. Tomorrow we'll try and get some more alts in there. Okay. Are you guys enjoying more alts? Is that what you guys would like to see? A bit more alts? So I've got this range band environment that I had from a while ago. You can still see that we've literally been in this range for fucking God knows how long as well. Really, it's simple there, right? When you break it down, let me show you. So we've got the low, we've got the high over there, resistance, we'll come back down, support, right? So we're literally range banding in this area. So we've got to focus on you can focus on quadrants and you can focus on hards, right? So we're playing within this range here, the mid range to range low. Okay, so now if I were to see how we're going to play this, now let's go on the 1 hour. Again, like I said, they're all playing very similar, right? So you see this SR here, got SR, let's look at a few things. Yeah, so that's it. You see this level here? This level here is quite key to me. Why? Resistance, we get above it, support. And this question in the next 57 minutes, do we close below it? If we close below it, right, then what happens is any retests, right, into this area, break down, lose this level here. To me, it's an entry for a short to go back all the way back down to this area here. filling out all this inefficiency. They're all showing inefficiency a lot. So that's what we're looking for Cardano. If I were to be bullish, right? I mean, let's have a look on the 1 hour. Look, they're all showing the same thing, because you know that if I do a trend line, right, like here to there, you can clearly see they broke the trend line straight away quite quickly. But around the beginning of the month, was it the beginning of the month? This one actually did it just before, just 11 o'clock at night. It broke the trend line. So, I mean, he can do whatever he wants to do. It comes into this area here, breaks down below the mid range. That to me is an entry to go back down to this SR over here. Lose this SR. This is my confirmation or my compounding opportunity to play it back down over here. If I want to go to longs, right? If I want to play longs, the way I will play longs, I have to start looking for, because this is the mid range, right? We're gonna find some reaction. Mid range is always gonna be choppy. I've said this many times. So if you do an SR over here, you can see like that, right? For example, let it do its thing, right? The moment it reclaims and hold above it, gets to reclaim above this high, for example, that's my confirmation to play the next set of targets over there. And then from there, we play the next to the range high. So we have to see this SR at the moment is holding at the moment. I know on the 1 hour it's just closed, but we got 55 minutes for that 2 hour candle to close. So this is not convincing just yet. I mean, because we can come back into this area here, right? Literally, see this area here? We could do something like this. Come back in. Well, let me just delete all that. What we could do is come back in and reclaim this SR, and that was just a deviation of the SR. Again, bullishness, have to reclaim this area, take out there, and we can play up there. That's what I'm looking for. But the moment you lose this, it's over. And then we go back to 25% of range, and then range low. Range low is at fucking 39, 41, 40 cents, call it 40 cents, 41 cents, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, let's have a look. To be honest, right, we could just come into here and find support. So we could do something like this. It's very, very possible, and it can still be a bullish month for August. So we could do something like this. Let me delete this. This low here, this here. We could do something like that. So it breaks down, and we take our longs, whatever it wants to do. The moment it holds above it, play back up. That would be entry, playing back up to this SR, because we held support or a deviation, whatever it wants to do, hold it support. Again, we know the bullish play if we reclaim this area here. Reclaim this area here, play back up. So that's ADA. Does that make sense, everybody? Right, Goonie saying wants more, thinking more alts as well. Do a quick look at quant. I do want to do some, right, but I've got to bounce actually. I've got a few things, I've got a few errands I need to do as well, because it's at 12 o'clock now. I'm running a little bit behind in like on my day stuff as well. So I'm gonna bounce though today. And hopefully tomorrow we'll spend a bit more time on some alts as well and looking at this and let the PA settle down. I don't think and also it's a good idea not to look at too much, because what happens is when you look at too much, you literally just you get confused by a lot of things, because you're all looking for shorts. Everyone's getting mad horny about shorts, but what if the shorts don't come? So just take it easy. It's the first day. Don't pressure yourself into a trade. I'm not looking for a trade really, just per se. I'm just looking for more of a slowdown. It's fucking. We had a good month in July. You know, market's gone up and whatnot, but we're just gonna take it a little bit easy right now. So there's nothing wrong sitting on your hands as well. Sitting on your hands is probably the smartest thing to do, in my opinion. Let the PA do its thing. You've got the day trades. You've got the ideas. We talked about EPC. We talked about dollar. Dollar's looking to go down. If dollar's going down, I think that the market goes up, right? That's what it looks like, right? Because ES will actually end up going up. We'll talk about that tomorrow, but I do have to head off soon. Really want to appreciate, you guys actually being on the stream as well. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow, guys, right? Look after yourself and speak to you soon, champ. See ya. Alright, fucking let's pop out. Did I end the fucking broadcast? No, I didn't. End the fucking broadcast. What the fuck, man?